Hey, what are you doing?
I'm frying our squid that we got at the Chinese grocery store yesterday. Now I'm adding the cornmeal to the outside. And in Deep South, it's traditional to fry fish in cornmeal. I think people do chicken in flour, but mostly, you know, down here all we have is fish most of the time. And squid is a fish, so I've got it in here in cornmeal. Normally, though, we only have flour, so we fry it in flour. The reason we're using cornmeal now is because with cornmeal, we can't really stockpile large amounts of it like we do flour because it's really susceptible to weevils. You can get weevils in anything. You know, I've seen weevils in cayenne pepper, so they'll live in anything.
Really?
That, yeah, oh yeah. Grandma used to keep her cayenne pepper in the refrigerator or freezer, and that's what she said. And I thought, well, that's not true, but I have seen spices here with weevils in it because if you stockpile a bunch of stuff and you get weevils in anything, they'll, you know, spill over into the other stuff. But flour's not as bad as cornmeal. We usually take the flour, put it in the freezer for a couple of days, and then take it out. That kills the eggs that are in the flour. But we get a lot of our groceries from the food bank, and one of the things that they occasionally give us is cornmeal. And so we had 2 bags of cornmeal in the fridge. One of them was really low, and because our space in our refrigerator is limited, I put all of our cornmeal from the old bag in here. A lot of times if you get cornmeal, it's like cornmeal mix. That's not even, I mean, that's got flour in it. I don't know how much, but it does have flour in it. It's not as much flour as cornmeal. But that, you know, you figure, I think I even added some flour, some cornmeal mix, and that whole bag of cornmeal to this with a little bag. And that's what I'm coating my squid with.
That's a lot of squid.
Yeah, this is way too much, but, you know, and I don't like saving fish of any kind for the next day, but we may end up doing that with this. And pickles. Supposedly fried pickles, fried green tomatoes, all that kind of stuff is a southern tradition, but growing up we never had that. I live about as south as you can get in the United States of America, and I didn't know anything about any of that until I saw it on TV, and then I think we started going to the fish house up here, and they would serve fried tomatoes and fried pickles, and we liked it. So if we have, whenever we have tomatoes in the yard, and some of them are green, and we got too many tomatoes, we'll always fry tomatoes. Right now we got pickles. They're cheap and they're easy, and so we're gonna get. And here's the thing with me: I never ever use more than one device for cooking unless it's like some big get together, because it's just pointless to make this big mess out here to cook fish or chicken or something and then go in the house and cook some kind of vegetable on the stove top and then bake bread in the oven. And whenever I make a machine dirty, that's what I use for everything. So today we're going to have fried squid, fried pickles, and french fries. That way we just run it all through here.
Okay. Well, you think your grease is hot enough yet?
Let's test it. Oh yeah.
You ready to put some in there?
Well, you know, with this grease, you don't want to just walk away from it. I have a tendency of going inside and waiting for the grease to get hot, the oil to get hot. And what that results in is me burning the oil.
Yeah.
You know, you can use the same oil over and over and over again, but you can't let it burn. You can't let it stay hot too long. You can't leave the cornmeal or flour in it. You've got to take care of your oil or you end up throwing it out quick. I think one of the big boxes of oil, we can go a couple of years on it. You know,
wow.
It'll go rank before we use it all because we take care of our oil. But sometimes I don't take care of the oil. When I go inside and get on my computer waiting for the grease to get hot, by the time I get back, the grease will be dark. You know, the oil will be dark. And once it gets dark, it starts tasting burnt.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you keep cooking. And
you see this? It's calamari. That one round one there is calamari. I think when you cut them square, you got to call them something else.
Oh, filet. Hey, everybody, that's what we got when we get through frying.
Yeah, it's not that much as I thought. You know, we can eat all that in one sitting, not a problem. Now, I don't put any seasoning in my cornmeal or flour because I've done that before. You know, put some hot powder in, some garlic, and some salt. You never taste it. So I always, and I think a lot of it is that the salt just fries off, goes into the oil.
Right.
So I always just wait until after it's fried, put salt on. And that does the job. But I look also, just to keep from being wasteful, I actually put my French fries in here.
Oh, wow.
And I used to always make my French fries from potatoes.
Yeah.
And Mama told me one time, if you want your French fries to come out crispy, you have to fry them, and then freeze them, and then fry them again. And that's why you can go to the freezer section and buy French fries and just throw them in the oil, and they come out crispy. But the ones I made never came out crispy because I wasn't going to do that. So we always keep frozen French fries around.
I didn't know you did that. Put it in the cornmeal.
Well, you know what? It's like, that's another thing I saw at a restaurant is French fries with some kind of a batter or coating on it. And so, I liked it. And one time Frosty was over here, and I asked him, how do they do that? He just threw the French fries in the cornmeal, so that's how you do it. And especially since they're frozen, you know, they've always got ice crystals on them. They're melting as you're mixing them around.
So they'll stick.
Yeah, you know, another thing, another secret to having crispy fried food is that in between, you always keep your fried stuff that's done in an oven. And it doesn't have to be a certain temperature or anything. I always just go turn it on at 350, and then when I bring this in, I turn the oven off.
We are back again, and he got his French fries done.
Add that on here. And go ahead and throw some more in there.
I guess by now, guys, I guess we're making you really hungry. I wish you had smell-o-vision.
Yeah, even this little bit of cornmeal that's left over, we'll feed it to the chickens. They'll eat every bit of it. You know, usually I'll take and mix it with water and then boil it or whatever, make like a gravy and let it get cooled off and they'll eat that. But they just eat it like this. They don't care.
It's like, what do they call that? Chopped corn. That's
yeah,
what's
ground corn. That's all it is.
Chopped
corn. They love corn. Now, one of the things I do, I used to try to put seasoning in the flour.
Right.
And you never taste that. I don't care what you put. If it's, and I think a lot of it is that frying it knocks it off. So all the salt and all ends up in my oil. And you know what I said earlier about not wanting my oil to go bad. So you don't want to put anything in there you don't have to. So I always wait till after it's fried to put salt on it. This is hot. Because I just got it out of the oven. It's that's the trick to having nice crispy fried food is that the stuff you fry first, you put it in the oven until everything is fried. Because as soon as it gets cooled off, it starts, liquid condenses on it, it gets limp, and it's not any good. So, and you don't have to do, like I turned the oven to 350, and when I put this in there, I turn it off. I just checked, the oven was at 290, and so by the time we get done frying, the oven will be at like 150 or something. What did I say, 290? It's 190, about 190.
I wish you were here. Well, goodbye
hey, no, there's not enough for anybody else.
Okay.
Piece of squid.
Piece of squid, yummy. How's it taste?
Wonderful.
Bye.
Like fresh fried squid.
Bye-bye. What do you think? You smell it? You smell some fried stuff? What do you think? Huh? I got you some leftover cornmeal over there. Bye-bye. And what are you doing now?
I am eating. Can't improve on ketchup, but we always try anyway. You know, this isn't all we bought yesterday at the Chinese grocery stores, is squid. What did we get?
Cabbage and Napa.
Napa cabbage, purple cabbage, and 3 cans of baby corn. And the only reason we got baby corn is because we eat a lot of salad, and baby corn is a big deal for salad. I don't dip my pickles in ketchup. You can, but I don't. You get a piece of squid. Mmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the things that, it's like every time I have anything to do with a cooking video, somebody will say, God, could you please tie your hair back the next time you do any kind of video with food? And I'm about to do a video of myself about rituals because of things like that. I mean, honestly, if one of my dreadlocks broke off and fell in my food while I was cooking, I would. But if a single hair falls in and it somehow ends up in my mouth, I just take it out. But I have been at restaurants before, and everybody's gotten a hair in their food at the restaurant. So, you know, it just happens. But I don't say anything. I just pick it out and set it aside. I've been in a restaurant before with somebody who got a hair in their food, and they were like, push the food away, and, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh, what's wrong, what's wrong? There's a hair in my food. I'm like, was it made out of nuclear waste? I mean, what in the heck? So, anyways, if you don't like me, you know, eating with dreadlocks,
Don't watch it?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't cry. Alright, well, it's really good. We're going to sit here and finish eating and till later. Bye. If you don't want to survive, don't listen to us.